In this video, I'm going to be replacing my water filtration system with this Sentry H2O dual water filter system, which has some added benefits over other water filters and provides great tasting water. I came across this company that is based in Arizona and reached out to them, and they kindly sent me this unit to do a video on. I am not being paid for this review, these are just my honest thoughts. Watch till the end to receive the special discount code for the viewers of this video. As you can see with the unboxing of this kit, they have everything set up and ready to go for you to install, and the tools needed you will most likely already have. To begin, I was very impressed with the build quality of this metal bracket for mounting the filters. Now these are the two stars of the show. On the left is the carbon filter with the CT resin. The big highlight for me on that one was the neutralizing the soft and hard scale buildup, but it also has the great feature of filtering out the lead, iron, and other things. The filter on the right side is the one I was really excited about. The filtering out of fluoride is a big plus in my eyes. I'm on well water, so I don't really have to worry about that, but those of you in the city, if you are one that wants to stay away from fluoride, here's the filter for you. But the main thing that really excited me about this filter system is that it increases the pH and boosts the alkalinity in the water. And I have heard that keeping your body alkaline can help prevent cancer, so that's just an added benefit of this filter. This includes a pressure regulator that is supposed to give you 4 gallons a minute at 100 psi. When installing these filters, you need to make sure that you are matching the filter up with the right housing. The carbon filter goes on the left side, and I figured out it was easiest to install by turning the metal mount upside down and sticking the filter on that mounted part first and then screwing on the plastic housing over it. They include the filter wrench so you can get the housing snug and watertight. This next filter is only able to fit in one way because the dimension on one end is slightly smaller than the other. So I placed it onto the filter mount first and then just tightened the housing around it. And one thing I forgot to do on the last one was make sure that the O-ring was in before putting on the housing. So I need to go back and correct that, or I'm going to have a bad water leak. This filter system has all around great build quality, which makes the assembly of everything go really well. Next, we need to turn on the cold side of our faucet to make sure that we are shutting off the cold side. It is helpful to place a towel underneath for any of the water drops that will come out when we unscrew these lines. If you do not have a filtering system already installed, you can skip this step on removing the water filter. For this new filter system, I'm switching up where I am placing it on these connections. The new way I connect it will send the filtered water not only to our specific filtered water faucet, but also to the main faucet and to the refrigerator. You can treat the rest of this installation like you were removing the main supply line to your faucet. This filter system only requires you to make 2 connections. Before connecting their included lines, I wanted to make sure to mark off where the screws need to be for this mount. Next, you can partially install the screws that they include. And to make it a little easier, I want to go ahead and connect the lines that they provide with this kit. The line with the pressure regulator needs to go on the input side of the filter system. Our well water system only maintains between about 60 to 80 psi, and this regulator says that it limits it to 100 psi, but I'm still going to keep the pressure regulator on. When installing these, you need to push firm and then pull a little bit to make sure it is locked in. Next, we can mount the system under the sink. This is where you tighten those screws down the rest of the way. Connect the filter's input side line to the incoming water line. I use pliers just to tighten it down just a little bit. If you have several water lines like I do, just try and organize them in the best way possible to make your life easier. Treat this next connection like it's the cold supply line from your faucet. For me, it's connected to this female T, which goes into the faucet, the filtered water spout, and the refrigerator. And to try to make it clear as mud, we have the incoming cold water going up into the input side of the filter. The water goes through the filter and comes out on the output side, and it loops up to the connection that goes to all 3 locations. The next thing we can do is turn it on and test it out for leaks. And immediately I thought it might have been leaking at first, but it's just the clear filter housing that kind of fooled me. And this is real time, the housing is being filled up with water. They recommend the filters to be replaced once every year. After you already have the housing kit, the filters themselves are only $120 per year. It will probably save you a lot more than you realize if you added up the cost of all that bottled water. I did have a slight leak that I just needed to tighten up a little bit. Now the next step might scare you a little bit, but you just need to run the water through these lines until the water stops being cloudy. Even after it looks clear coming out of the faucet, just test it in a glass to make sure. And as you can see, this still needed to be ran for a little while. After the system is cleared, you can drink some great tasting water and be assured you're not being poisoned by your city water or a chemical spill near you. I asked Sentry H2O if they were willing to offer a discount code, and they were kind enough to accept. So if you use the code FIX5 at checkout, you'll receive a 5% discount. I do also receive a small commission off of that code.